You have to sell me, what's your company name again?
It's BoobShare.
BoobShare. Yeah, no, that's, of course, how could I have forgotten? Alright. Now, please, what is the goal of this, company, if I may ask?
BoobShare is to take all of the big boobs from big boob women and give them to all the girls with small boobs so that we all have the same size.
Alright, so basically we're going for...
There'll never be a woman who lacks it, because she'll have it from the girls who donated.
So, like, boob... what would even be
I
the word for boob communism?
As like ride share but boob, because you're sharing them when you're like, oh yeah, I don't need these as much as I thought I did.
I don't need these boobs anymore. They can go to somebody else. Listen, we're gonna play one game of Pokemon Unite. You have to sell me BoobShare, and then I'm gonna edit it down, and that'll be a video. Hopefully.
No, I'm not good at that.
You just have to sell me BoobShare. Alright, you have one Pokemon Unite match to sell me BoobShare.
Are you gonna ask me questions?
Yeah, no, I'll ask you questions.
Okay.
First off, is this like is this a healthcare program? Like, how do you get into the BoobShare like facility? And
so
is
you
it
you go to womenshealth.org via Planned Parenthood.
Alright, yeah.
And you sign up on the donor sheet.
Alright, yeah, no, donor sheet, of course. So
yeah, no. We don't need to know like anything about you, personal information, name, age, blood type.
Is this like is this voluntary like boob givage uppage?
No, what I'm thinking is we start it as voluntary, but as it grows bigger, we incorporate it into the government, so that's legally required. Like, if you're getting up to like a D size or higher, you're sharing. So that
this
all
really is boob communism, is what you're telling me. And I think
everybody's required to share.
Alright.
Yeah. That's the end goal.
Now,
is everybody is a C cup, and then everyone's happy.
Alright, yeah, no, I can agree. I think that's a pretty good cause, but we really do need to think about the logistics of this. I feel like there's a lot of big-breasted women out there that would not want to give up their above-average breasts, right? And I feel like forced medical, forced surgery of boob stealage might be poorly received.
Is she? The opposite to the counter argument to that is that I've never met a straight woman in this age, and so I think
I've never met a straight woman.
It'll be a lot easier to convince them, because then you'll be like, you'll never have a girlfriend whose boobs are too small. Like, you can give her your boobs. Like, you can make the world a better place if you share them. You know, like, it'll take a lot. I think it'll take some convincing, but like,
yeah,
every girl will be wanting to hand their boobs out when they think about the cause. You know,
women love women. That's like the catchphrase. That's like what's underneath it. It's like, yeah, that's the slogan. It's gonna be a website and it's gonna be BoobShare in big bold letters, and it's just gonna be women love women.
BoobShare.
BoobShare. Alright, now I think it was brilliant, but where are you getting the funding for this? I feel like boob sharing is not like a big business. I don't think you're gonna be making much money off boob sharing.
So what I'm thinking is start in OnlyFans.
Alright.
And then make the OnlyFans like non-profit, so every $1 that I get, you know, like I get it straight to the boob share program.
Who's this OnlyFans run by? Is this run by like boob share executives, or are these run by boob share
me personally? I'm
stockholders.
Starting a company, and then eventually we will make it. You know, we'll have multiple women working in the OnlyFans industry to donating.
So you'll have like a whole entire boob share like OnlyFans branch for funding specifically. But will this really?
Yeah, that's how we'll get it.
Like, what's the percentage there? Like, how much is going to the company and how much is going to the woman? Because I don't think they're doing boob share for free. I don't think there's. Listen, that's a tough business to go into OnlyFans and not even be a billionaire.
I'm thinking of the women get a minimum amount, because really all they're doing is selling their body. So
I can agree, but like they're not going to be happy about that. But
I mean, I'd be happy about it. I'm giving boobs to a girl. Like, I don't need the OnlyFans money. I have a job. You know?
Well,
like, it's just,
they should have thought about that. It's just, but it's like it's a multi-billion-dollar facet you're trying to go for that spans into the government, which just doesn't go well usually.
Well, one day it'll just be like it in coming from your taxes, like pulled from your tax dollars.
We're gonna tax-funded boob stealing.
No, not stealing. It's sharing.
Ah,
It's,
it's borrowing.
or I would also call it titty McGimmies. So that's
It's
kind of the name of the process.
Alright, so that's the secondary company name if things get dire. If you're really looking for PR boost.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, people like boob share. What about titty McGimmies? Well, that one's felt a little handy, so we were trying to back away from it. But we're always also open. to
Yeah, in case things
boob
do
share.
get dire, Titty McGimmies is on the table. That's big.
Yeah,
That's really
exactly.
important.
That's what it's for.
I think having
it's
backup plans does make me more interested in your company. However,
See, we're reliable. We're run by OnlyFans.
I see. But here's the thing. I feel like some would say that, considering you've deemed it a non-profit OnlyFans, I feel like there are probably better causes that like all that money could be going to that isn't boob enlargement.
Listen, a girl with big boobs is a happy girl.
Happy,
You know?
big,
Like-
happy boobs, happy
Listen,
life, happy
every
life.
sad girl I've ever met has small boobs and that's why she said it just affects your life. Like every
very
time
true.
you look in the mirror, you have to look at yourself and go, "Wow, my boobs are really small." But then
So-
as soon as you get the money, like you'll feel better about yourself, and so you'll want to do things like if my boobs were bigger, I'd want to go to work every day. Like it's that
Yeah.
type of like drive.
It gets them out of bed in the morning, really.
Yeah, literally, exactly, and then that's what drives people. The happy people, happy causes. They'll be more.
Yeah.
They'll be better
Alright.
people once they give their boobs away. Or
Do you
their
think
boobs.
that you would be able to do business dealings with, like, I don't know, suicide prevention hotline? Because you are raising the general happiness of the populace of women that are sad with their boobs and
100%.
people that like boobs. Both of them are victorious here. Now,
Exactly. Even gay men love boobs, so it's like a win-win on every single side of the coin.
yeah, that's kind of accurate. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people are winning, but like I think there are still people that are losing who are getting smaller boobs in general, which I think definitely does put the business
You
down.
just gotta think about the happy populace. Like they'll give their boobs away, and like they might not be as
However-
big, but you'll have reduced back pain.
We do have to acknowledge that we do live in a dystopian hellhole, and I don't think there are many people that would go, I'm fine with giving things up for the cause. You know what I mean?
That's true, but that's why we involve the government after we've had enough funding and can convince them. Like, hey Joe, I'm sure Joe likes boobs. I'm sure Joe's a boob guy.
do you think Joe Biden's a boob guy? Tits are ass.
He's not barbaric as to be an ass guy, so I think he'll be fine.
Would that be considered like office discrimination? If ask people.
No. See, Lincoln, there's another good point. There'd be no discrimination if everybody is the same size boobs,
Yeah.
right?
But you do know the saying. I'm certain
No
you've
one-
watched the very, very popular film The Incredibles. Once everyone's super, no one is, right? Now,
Yeah.
I don't know how much this actually applies to boobs. However, I feel like it would. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that? Like,
I think
we'll all have the same boobs. So
We'll all have the same boobs, but that means that like no boobs are special. And is there truly enough boob to go around? That's another.
I think
big
absolutely.
question
Like
that we need to
okay,
answer.
just hear me out. We'll start the general populace by taking them from any woman who's ever had a baby, because
She doesn't need him anymore. She's successfully
Yeah.
boobed.
No, I mean that like your boobs grow when you're pregnant because you're like preparing for. I hate you.
I don't need him anymore. They already had a kid. That kid's past breastfeeding. He doesn't need him.
Yeah, but basically, well, that's another good point actually. I'll add that to my portfolio. But you you start off small with the people, and then it gets down to the point where it's like, okay, everyone else is giving their boobs away. Maybe I should give my boobs away too.
It's it's gonna be like Air Jordans. It's not gonna be like I should give my boobs away. They'll see other people doing it and think I have to do that now. It's gonna be the cool thing to do, right?
Yes, exactly. Cutting your boobs off and sharing them with people who don't have boobs should.
Now, do you have you perfected the medical practice of safe and effective boob stealing? And is it different
So
than...
the idea is to never hire a professional doctor and send all of our lovely women to
North Nova Scotia.
Brazil, and just hope and pray to God that they get ones that match their skin tone, and then just.
Oh, that's something I haven't thought about.
Yeah, no, that was a big problem when we started our company. But
Yeah.
when I started, you had to think about everything.
Right. Yeah. Of course, I'd probably come to that conclusion eventually, but I'm glad you brought that up. I really like that type of.
The doctors down there would not ask for any sort of money compensation.
I do like the initiative to tell me problems with your company, like now instead of later. I think that's something I really look for.
I think that we should be very open, and that's how communication and partnership in companies works.
Yeah. Now,
It's ideal.
I hope you understand that a lot of if I accept this, a lot of money's coming out of my pocket.
Sure.
And I think you're a wonderful lady, but I am a busy man, so I don't know how my funding would go towards such a company.
Ask, where do you pull your funds from if you're going to be donating to this company?
Drugs.
Oh, my bad. I forgot you feed cows weed for a living.
I do actually. That's my whole living.
And I did forget about that. It's my bad.
Yeah. I feel like you probably could have read a bit more on our companies before you asked us for help, but
Well, I just had to make sure. You did say drugs instead of weed, so just go look at it.
Yeah, no, don't look into that any further. Cool. As long as. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I feel like this. No, I think we're pretty good on boob shirt. I do have one last question.
Yeah, sure.
What are your opinions on heroin?
I would not necessarily take it. However, I would sell it to the women who really desire it. I'm a big feminist.
I'm a sexist.